Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and I really think that you need to be honest in your interactions and everything you do, and you have to take everything in the context. In the context it is meant to be taken in. Now, when people come on vacation or when you go on vacation, you're not going to go to the inner cities. You're not going to go to areas where there is unrest. You go to the area where you can buy cheap clothing, and you can go to the movies, or you can go to a show, you can go to restaurants. You go to an area that is set up for tourists, okay? Even in Jamaica, where Jamaicans are afraid, they talk about the crime. That's one of the best places for tourism. That's what you see in the news. You see it. Trinidad, people are afraid. People who live there, who know it, they are afraid. But yet you can go to Trinidad and have a very pleasant experience. You go where the tourists go. Now, in Barbados, you go where the tourists go. You can have a very pleasant experience. And in Barbados, for instance, you are trained. You have to remember that. You have to remember that it's part of your DNA to be nice to white people. It's part of your DNA. So when they're sharing this video, and every Barbadian who got it, so, oh, you must share this, you must share this. Why? Because these two people, white people here, say that Barbados was like their best place that they visited. It was the best place they visited. They had the 3 top cities, and Barbados was the best that they visited. But you are trained tourism, you are trained servants, you are trained for the service industry. You are trained to be subservient to some people, certain people, because you don't behave the same way when African Americans come around. I've heard African Americans talking about their experience in Barbados, and you don't treat them the same way as you would someone Caucasian. You don't, okay? Let's be honest. When we see things like this, put it in the proper context, okay? Put everything in the proper context. All is relative. It's all relative to whatever situation you're in. You are pleasant to tourists because your life depends on it. It's how you make it's your bread and butter. You know how your bread is buttered. You know what side your bread is buttered on. It's your bread and butter. Tourism is your bread and butter. The service industry is your bread and butter. So keep it there. Remember that. Okay? You're not so nice to each other. You're not so nice to your neighbor. You're not so nice to your kids. You're not so nice on the job. You know, you are nice to tourists because it's your bread and butter. And when they go to Jamaica and they go to special areas, you know, they know to stay with, they kind of sort of know to leave the tourists alone, because they come and they spend money in the island, on the, you know, in that country. People know to leave tourists alone. When they come to America, you see all the Japanese and all the people from foreign countries. People know to leave them alone. They're coming to spend money. Okay? So just keep things on the up and up here, okay? Let's keep things on the up and up here, okay? Keep things in perspective, okay? You're not nice to each other. You are not nice to each other. Practice that. Then come back to me talking about Bajans and their nice touch. Well, at least they say visitors. At least they say visitors, because, you know, that's where it starts and that's where it ends. This is Sherry Veronica.